Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to continue with chapter number 11, that is getting started with Django from the subject web frameworks. So these are the points from the chapter number 11. From that we have completed that three core files and setting up database connections with MySQL or SQL Server. Now in this session we are going to continue with the third point, that is managing users and Django admin tools. So first we will see about Django admin tools. So for installing Django admin tools, before that installation of that Django admin tools, we need to have a copy of that Django that is already installed in our system for the 0.8 release. Django 1.7 or newer version is required. So for installing Django admin tools, it requires Django version 1.3 or the superior version. Optionally, if you want to display feed modules, you will also need the universal feed parser module. So there are several ways to install Django admin tools. So first way is using easy install. So for using easy install, you can install Django admin tools like here, easy underscore install space dash z. It is a flag. Then Django dash admin dash tools. So after executing this command, you can install the Django admin tools. Here you can see that dash z flag is required to tell that easy install not to create a zip package. So here if it is created that if it is creating that zip packages prevent certain features of Django from working properly. So for that, z flag is required here. And the second type is using pip command. So using pip we can install the Django admin tools like here, pip install Django admin tools. Then there are some basic configurations are necessary for installing that Django admin tools. So in order to use that Django admin tools, we need to have configure our Django admin site. So there are some configuration like first we have to make sure that the Django.core.context processors.request template context processor in your template context processor or template setting variables. So then add that admin tools template loaders into the template loader. Then from starting from Django 1.8, the template context processor and template loaders are deprecated. So they are replaced by the template variable. So for the Windows user, due to file name restrictions on Windows platforms, you have to put that admin tools dot template loaders dot loader at the beginning of the list in your templates or template loader setting variable. So here then you have to add that admin tools into your module to the install app. Here you can see that into that install apps you can add that admin tools here. Here you can see that admin tools dot theming. Here you can see this. Okay, here notice that it is very important that you have to put that admin tools here, admin tools modules before the Django contrib dot admin. So before that you have to add that admin tools. Because Django admin tools overrides the default Django admin templates. So this will not work otherwise if you haven't add that and admin tools before the Django contrib.admin, so it will not work. Okay, so you have to add that admin tools before the Django.contrib.admin. Then you have to just add Django admin tools to url.py file. You have to add that Django dash admin dash tools to your urls.py file. How to add here? See, URL patterns. Open that urls.py file and into that URL patterns equals to patterns. Here you can see that URL here. You have to add that admin tools to your urls.py file and include that url tools.urls here. This is the URL pattern. Okay, so you have to add that admin tools to your urls.py file. Finally you have to run like you have to migrate that changes like python manage.py, then migrate. So by using this command you can migrate the changes that are we have done in the urls.py file. Okay, then you have to collect that static files to run here like python manage.py collect static. By using that, you can collect the static files for run. Okay. Then you have to test your admin interface. Here we have seen that installation of Django admin tools by using easy install and by using pip command. Then now requirements for that Django admin tools. So yeah, before installing that Django admin tools, we need that we have seen that we need the Django. We have to install that Django before the installation of that Django admin tools. Okay, so for installing that Django admin tools, so there are several ways to install that Django admin tools. We have seen that by using that easy install command and by using that pip command. So there are several ways to install that Django admin tools, like automatically. We can install that automatically like via a package manager, then manually by downloading a copy of the release package and installing it yourself, then manually by performing a mercurial checkout of the latest code. So it is highly recommended that you learn to use virtual environment for the development and the deployment of Python software. So virtual environment provides isolated Python environments into which collections of software like copy of Django and the necessary settings and applications for developing a site. It can be installed or without conflicting with the other installed software. So this makes installation, testing, management, and deployment far simpler than the traditional installation of Python packages. So these are the ways we can install that Django admin tools, like via package manager, or we can install it by downloading a copy of that package, okay, or by performing some mercurial checkouts. So first we will see the automatic installation via package manager. So several automatic package installation tools are available for Python. So the most popular are like easy install and pip. Either we can use that easy install or pip command for installing the Django admin tools. So we have seen that easy install command and pip command for installing this Django admin tools here. So here you can see the syntax for installing that Django admin tools by using the easy install command. That is easy underscore install space dash z. It is a flag that is required to tell that do not create that zip package. Okay. After that, write Django dash admin dash tools. Then other command is by using pip install Django admin tools. So here it is possible that your operating system distributor provides a package version of Django admin tools. Okay, it is possible that that your operating system distributor provides that package for that your Django admin tools. Then the second method is the manual installation from a downloaded package. So here you can download the copy of Django admin tools and install it manually. So here you can see the latest release package can be downloaded from the Django admin tools listing on that Python package index. Okay, from that you can download this. So once you have downloaded that package, so unpack it. You're in the most operating system, you have to double click on that. So alternatively, for the Linux operating system, you have to type tar here and the package name here at the command line on the Linux or Mac OS. Okay, so other Unix operating system. So this will create the directory. After extracting this, it will create a directory like Django dash admin dash tools, whatever that file contains. Okay, so which contains that setup.py file or that installation script. So from the command line in the directory that you have extracted that tar file, you have to type python setup.py install. So after executing this command, it will install that Django admin tools here in your system. So first we have to manual installation, you have to extract the tar file, and then you have to create the directory after sorry for after that extraction of that tar file, it will create a directory with the that package name, and after that you have to write on your command prompt like python setup.py file that is present in this folder, in that extracted folder, You have to write like python setup.py, then install. Okay. So then manual installation from git checkout. So if you would like to try out that latest in development code, so you can obtain it from the Django admin tools repository, which is hosted on the GitHub here. Okay. So often to obtain that latest code and the documentation, you will need to have a git install in your system. Okay. So for that installation of that git, here you can see this link for that installing that Django admin tools from the git hub. So yeah, this will create a copy of that Django admin tools to that git repository on your computer. So you can then add that Django admin tools to your directory, to your Python import parts, or you can use that setup.py script to install as a package. So these are the three ways you can install that Django admin tools. So after that, that basic configuration, we have seen that once you install, you can add Django admin tools to any Django-based projects that you are developing. So that Django admin tools is composed of several modules. There are several modules are there that we have seen in the install app file here. Okay, so here you can see that admin tools, that theming. This is an app that makes it easy to customize the look and feel of the admin interface. Then the admin tools dot menu, that is the this is the customizable navigation menu that sits on the top of every Django administration index page. Then the admin tool dashboard, this is the dashboard, that is customizable dashboard that replaces the Django administration index page. So these are the basic configurations are available here. Then the settings for that Django admin tools here. So we have seen that first we have to make sure about that Django.core.context processor.request template context contest processor in your template context processors or template settings variable. So we have to add then that admin tools dot template loaders into your template loader to your template loaders or your template setting variable. Okay, so these are the settings that we have to add in our files after installing that Django admin tools here. So here we have seen that we have to add that Django admin tools modules to that install apps like this here. We have to put that admin tools modules before the django.contrib.admin. Okay, because that Django admin tools overrides the default Django admin templates. So yeah, this Django admin tool is modular. So if you want to disable the particular module, we have to just remove or comment that app in your install app here. For example, if you just want to use the dashboard, here you can see that. Yeah. Then we have seen that setting up the database in the Django here. So to set up the tables that Django admin tool uses, you need to type like python manage.py migrate. This will migrate the changes, and it after creating that Django project, it will or after setting that connection with the database, it will migrate the changes and it will create the Django tables in your database. So after that, adding Django admin tools to your urls.py file. We have seen that how to add that Django admin tools into your urls.py file. In that, we have to mention like this here URL in the URL patterns here. After that, we have to add that admin tools in your URL pattern here. Here you can see we have to include that admin tools.urls. Okay, after that we have to see that how to collect that static files. To collect that static files, we have to execute the command like python manage.py collect static. So here it is very important that django.contrib.static files.finders, here you can see the apt directory finders, be there in your static files finder. Okay, so these are the several commands for the collecting the static files, installing the Django admin tools. Then how there are three ways we have seen that how we can install that Django admin tools by automatically by the package or by downloading that Django admin tools. Then from the git hub, how we can install that Django admin tools. Then what are the configurations or the prerequisites are there, or what configuration we have to make for the installation of the Django admin tools, what changes we have to make in the urs.py file. Okay. So available setting variables. We have seen that we have to set some variables in the we are in the template loaders folder. Okay, here you can see the admin tools menu. This is the path to your custom menu class. Okay. Then the admin tools index dashboard, admin tools app index dashboard, then admin tools theming CSS. This is the path to your theming CSS style sheet. Okay. Then we have to customize the Django admin tool modules. That is the customization of Django admin tools or modules. So yeah, Django admin tools is very easy to customize. Like you can provide the admin menu, the index dashboard, and the app index dashboard. So for this, Django admin tools provide two management commands like custom menu and custom dashboard. So customizing the navigation menu for that. To customize the admin menu, the first step is to you have to write the command like python manage.py custom menu. So this will create a file named menu.py in your project directory that you are working. Okay, in your working directory or in your project directory. If for some reason you want another file name, you can do like python manage.py custom menu some file.py. Okay, so you can give the file name as well. Then the created file contains a class that is the copy of default menu. After creating this file, it contains a class that is the copy of a default menu. It is named like a custom menu. Here you can see. You can rename uh, if you want, but if you don't want, you can make as it is. So make sure if you put the correct class name in your admin tools menu, that is setting variable, that is admin tools menu. So here you could have done the without using the custom menu management command. Okay. So now you need to tell that Django admin tools to use your custom menu instead of the default one. So open your settings.py file and add the following commands here. Like in the settings.py file, you have to make the changes like admin tools menu is equals to here your project dot menu dot custom menu. You have to make these changes in your admin tools menu in the settings.py file. So you need to change that your project to the your project name here. Then if you have chosen the different file name or like you have renamed that menu class, you will also need to change that string that will reflect your modification. Okay. Then the customizing the dashboard. Customize the index and the app index dashboard, you have to first execute the command like python manage.py custom dashboard. So this will create a file named dashboard.py in your project directory. Okay, you can also for any reason you can also create another file with the different name like python manage.py custom dashboard and the file name.py. So the created file contains two classes, which are the custom index dashboard and custom app index dashboard. So these are the two files that is available in the that file we have created for that custom dashboard. Okay. So next point is customizing the theme. So here just we have to configure that admin tools theming css point in your custom css file. Like here you can see you have to add like admin tools theming css is equals to css slash theming dot css. Okay. So this is all about your Django admin tools. Okay. Now we are going to see about managing users. How to manage that users in the Django. See. Now we are moving towards the managing users in the Django. So here user management in Django admin is tricky subject here. So if you enforce too many permissions, then you might interfere with the operations of that uh, Django. Then if you allow for permissions to be granted freely without supervision, then you put your system at a risk. So you cannot give permissions directly, or you cannot interfere with the process of that Django here, or the management of Django. So Django provides a good authentication framework with tight integration to Django admin. So here out of the box that Django admin does not enforce special restrictions on the user admin. Django admin does not enforce special restrictions on the user admin. So this can lead to dangerous scenarios that might compromise your system at a risk. Okay. So we have to manage that user. So there are some model permissions. So here Django comes with the built-in authentication system. There is a inbuilt authentication system is there. So that authentication system includes users, groups, and permissions. So when a model is created, Django will automatically create four default permissions. It will create four default permissions for the actions like add, delete, change, and view. So add means user with the permission can add an instance of the model, and delete means user with this permission can delete that instance of that model, and change operation means user with this permission can update an instance of the model, and view users with this permission can view instances of the model. Okay. So here this permissions was much anticipated one there, and it was finally added in the Django 2.1 version. So these are some permissions with, and here we have seen that Django comes with the built-in authentication system. Okay, for the uh, authentication system includes that users, groups, and permissions. Here that permission name follow very specific naming convention. Here you can see that app dot action underscore that model name, and at the end dot here. So here you can see that app is the name of app, like that. Here you can see there. For example, user model is imported from the authentication app like Django dot contrib dot authentication. Okay. Then action means it is one of the actions like add, delete, change, or view. Okay, that means the permissions are added in if you are selecting that app actions, like you have to add, delete, change, or view the model. Okay. And model name means it is the name of the model in all lowercase letters. Okay, this is the model name, that means name of that model, and actions like add, delete, change, or view, and this is the app name. Okay. Then how to check the permissions? So model permissions are granted to users or groups. To check if a user has certain permissions, you can see here, to check that permissions you have to write like from django.contrib.authentication.models import user. Then here u is equals to user.objects.create user. You are going to creating that user, like username is equals to give that username, and u dot has underscore permission like authentication dot change user. Now this is the permission change user. Here at last you can see the false. So here it's worth mentioning that a dot has permission will always return true. For active super user, it will return true here. This will return false because why? Because here you can see dot has permission will always returns true for the active super user, even if that permission don't really exist. So here you can see that super user permissions are not added. So here now you can see here from Django.contrib authentication models import user. Now here we have added a super user is equals to user.objects.create super user. Like you can give that username, email, and password. Okay, and at last here super user dot has permission like does not exist here. It returns true. Okay, so that's it for today's session. We will stop here. Thank you.